In this session, we are going to discuss theoretically the type 2 implementation, and practically we will see in the next session. So type 2 implementation is to have a current plus historical record. So type 2 means maintaining current plus historical records. So how do we maintain, and in which case we do maintain, and what are the rules we require? Such all information we will see. So when you want to implement type 2, first thing is we have to take SCD columns. So SCD means slowly changing. SCD means slowly changing columns. Changing dimensions we can say, but key columns are called as SCD columns or possible changing columns. So we can give any name. So first you need to identify them. Okay, but according to the requirement that would be, and there are some rules. Rules means like when you come with some experience, you should say in professional, some attributes should be maintained. Okay, the first concept is that we need to make sure the source primary key should not be a primary key here. Should not be a primary key here. So here source means like RDBMS, and here means like a data warehouse. That is what the first most important thing. And there should be a new column as surrogate key. There should be a new column as surrogate key. Surrogate key. And the third one, the same concept, there should be a new column as current flag. And the fourth one, there should be a new column as start date, and which is also named as start date as effective timestamp. As effective timestamp and a termination timestamp, that is end date. And the last one, and some important again, which is but mostly we don't use this version, this attribute as version. So when you are a learner, please think these are like rules to implement type 2, but when you are a professional, think them these are like maintaining attributes. Okay, I'll just keep them in a notepad aside, and now I'll try to implement this type 2 theoretically. I have employee ID. I'll give you the problem, and I'll give you the solution even. I have the source like employee ID, employee name, and I have employees status and employees city, and I have employees ID, employees name, employee status, employee cities, employees joining date. Maybe employees end date also will be there, but we cannot give exact value as of now, but will be there. Most cases people will jump from one company to another company easily. So employee name some A, and I want to make employee status as single, and employee city, the work location would be Hyderabad, and employees joining date would be some 2015-02-09, something I'm giving, not particular values, something values I'm giving. Okay, end date I don't know a value till now he is in same conversation, but tomorrow if it get changes I will change that, but until that time I'll give a default date 9999-1231, which is a default date. So here also again I'm going to make another record, and this employee ID is 102 and it is like B, and I single, and because of B due to Hyderabad I'll make Chennai, I'm sorry, Bangalore I'll make first. There is no, okay, and values I'll make it as 14, and this I'll make same, I'll give it as same. And I have 103 employee, and ABC, and he's from Chennai. So now this employee is also working for 13th from 13th year, I guess 2015 year we'll say, and the date default date would be the same. So now what is the problem and what is the issue I want to implement type 2 is, I have 3 employees working in 3 different locations. I want to make these employees, they are working temporarily. For example, I have seen that the Bangalore related person is working in Hyderabad and Hyderabad related person is working in Chennai and Chennai related person working in Hyderabad. Vice versa, I am seeing. I want to see whether this employee is working in their own city, will it be benefit or loss to the company. So for this, I want to make this employee to work in 3 different locations for 1 year and see whether where I can make them permanent. So for that, I'm taking one column as, and this would be your primary, and I'll take employees surrogate key and employee ID and employee's name and employee status and employee city and employee joining date are given. That column I'm going to make it as employee effective timestamp. Effective timestamp. And next I'm going to make it as employees end date, and that I'll make it as termination timestamp. Employee termination timestamp. This is terminology in the real time of Dataverse project. And what are the attributes that I want to maintain? First rule is like source primary key should not be a primary key. Second rule is there should be a surrogate key. I have given the surrogate key column. And next, current flag. Current flag. And next, started and ended, effective timestamp and termination timestamp. Current flag and version. Now, so the first time the records are flowing into the output. So surrogate key I'll give like 1001. I started sequence with 1001. So the first time as it is the data executes to this, okay, and the surrogate key I'll generate 1001 and here 1002 and here I'm going to put it as 1003. Now surrogate key, employee ID, name, status, Hyderabad city, and employee's joining date, end date, termination date. Current flag, how it is going to generate, I'll tell you. Current flag, it will be generated with a condition. What is that condition means? Current flag, what condition I write? If termination timestamp is not equal to 9999-12 9999-12 then it should be 89, then it should be no, else it should be y, not no and s. it's like Y and N, which is current record and historical record. So based on this condition, 3 of them are Y only. And next I have a column called version column, and by default I'll get 1. How it get 1 I'll tell you. We'll wait for some time. Okay, so this is your first run, and the second run as per my requirement. See, first of all, you need to choose your SCD columns as I discussed. So the rule is employee ID, which is a unique, and employee city is the possible changing column. Because in my requirement, what happens, I was moving one employee to one place to another place, each employee. So my requirement is city get changes every time, so I need to capture that. So employee city would be my key column, and with that key column you should have one unique key column. So that is why I'm putting these two as key columns. So in these two key columns, if the combination getting changed, then it will insert as a new record in the Datastage job in type 2 implementation. How we will do? Theoretical I'm showing, practically we do it in tool. Now the first time I am terminating this employee from Hyderabad on 2016 0206. So when I do this change, automatically here also the change gets implemented. 2016 0206. When this got changed, automatically current flag, because of this condition, current flag makes into N. So after termination Hyderabad, I given place in Bangalore. To him, I have given as a Bangalore. So that the start date will be replaced with 2016. We'll give 2 days of time to report in Bangalore. And in Bangalore, end date would be 9999-1231. So this would be the change. Now 101 employee Bangalore it is coming, but before 101 employee is in Hyderabad. So now when I see this record, automatically this record will be inserted newly. Inserted newly. So the surrogate key would be 1004, and employee ID is same. And now what is the condition for current flag? Y, and it is change of 2. Yes, because this is second record. And after 1 year, assume that from Bangalore he want to move to Chennai, so he terminated in Bangalore location. So the Bangalore location termination date would be 07 and 02 and 08. So obviously this date also will change. 2017. Obviously it will go to N. So whenever the record is current flag shows Y, that is current record, and N means historical record. And again, after 1 year, he moves to Chennai. He moves to Chennai. So again, he terminated from Bangalore. I'm showing with one record. This can be mapped with any number of records. And this joining date would be 2018. I'll go after 2 days, 10. And this date would be after Chennai. 31. So this is third record of the same employee. 10005. So yes, Indian, Chennai, start date, and this is the current record. So what is my analysis now I'm doing is, I want to see which employee is working in which city properly, and in that city I want to make him permanent. Whether he is native place or not native place, I'm not sure, but I want to make him in that place permanent. So here I can see where in which location he is working, but I cannot tell in where he is working efficiently, because I don't have his rating column. So that rating column in the fact table. So employee ID and employee salary and employees rating. Rating column. Employee ID 101, and here I can give the circuit key also. Circuit key should be there because based on that only we are going to do join. So salary something, I'm not bothered about salary. So the first rule says what? The source primary key should not be a primary key here. Because why? See, in the dimension table, if it is the primary key again the same, it will not allow the duplicate. That is the reason it will tell that the source primary key should not be a primary key here. So now can I tell that where he is working fine, effective, where he is giving good efforts, I can tell. So how can I tell that? Using this rating column. See, 101 employee, when he is working in 1001 in Hyderabad, he got 2 rating. This is opposite, like out of 5 if you get 5, immediately we should terminate him. Out of 5 if he get 3 4, it is one more chance we need to provide. 3 means default rating, good rating. 4 means, sorry, 2 means very good. 1 means excellent. So he got excellent rating in Chennai. Because of 1005 join, we need to perform on the fact table. So this is your fact and this is your dimension. So based on this, you can tell that where he is working effectively. So this is what type 2 implementation theoretically. So if permits, time permits, we see in practically with the tool Datastage. Okay. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for your time.